So, team, this is something that I find very important when it comes to actually looking at every aspect of life, business, or anything that we actually want to try and put aside and achieve. And that's the power of goal setting. So, what I've done to try and help my kids, and I actually wrote a little book called Map because for me, this is something that always reminds me of my blueprint to success and how it's guided me through my journey as a personal trainer, my journey in opening up various businesses. And I hope that some of the insight that I share today will be able to guide you through your life, your business, as well as the LifeWave business that we're involved in. So the purpose of the MAP system is for transforming your life, your business, and your family relationships through intentional living. Every single one of us have either used a map at some stage, or we're currently using some form of GPS when we try to get from point A to point B, and we don't know where we're going. And for me, it's very important to identify where I want to go so that I know exactly how to get there. So the three pillars that the MAP system stands for is mindset, action, and purpose. And then each one of these three pillars also have three pillars. So let's get in, and hopefully this will be able to help you on your journey with goal setting. So the first M in MAP is mindset, and that is the foundation of success. If you do not have the right mindset, you're not going to be able to set the goals or achieve the goals that you actually want. Because having a positive mindset helps us overcome challenges. In business, it also helps you cultivate resilience and innovation with a strong mindset. Whenever we set a strong goal, we have to have the mindset to believe that we can achieve it. Otherwise, we're just going to allow negativity to destroy what we're trying to achieve. We're always going to have those people that say, you can't do it. This isn't a good idea. And really understanding that your mindset is going to drive you to achieve your goals. And in family, it builds stronger relationships with patience and empathy. Having the right mindset with your children, with your spouse, with your business partners is really one of the keys to having great success. And to develop a strong mindset, you need to surround yourself with positive people. You need to be able to find yourself the right type of books that can encourage you and allow you to grow, because in life, everything is about growth. There are many people that have gone before us that have achieved great success stories, and we can leverage off their knowledge as well as also understanding where they made mistakes. So for me, the first thing that you need to develop is a positive mindset to know what it is that you want to achieve when you are setting your goals. The second M, which is where a lot of people miss out, is understanding what is your mission, finding your own direction. Most people don't know what their mission in life is. They haven't been able to define their mission, whether it's in the health sector, whether it's in your personal relationships, whether it's in the industry, whether you want to become the best in your industry. You need to be able to define your personal mission, writing it down and actually working on it. Sometimes things are going to move, situations are going to change, even your relationships might change, even where you are staying, your location will change. So your mission will always be tweaked here or there, but you have to have a very clear mission. In business, a mission statement drives a business's focus. You can't want to sell cars and then someone comes to you and says, listen, I think it's going to be a rate of apple candy at your car sale lot. It's going to take your business focus completely down the wrong direction. So understanding what your mission statement is in business and your core focus and your core values are is so fundamentally important. Otherwise, you're going to lose direction. If you know that you're supposed to go on a highway to get to your journey, then when you find yourself on a dirt road, you know that you've gone the wrong way somewhere. So for me, you need to be able to write down your mission statement and be as clear as possible. And with family as well, living with purpose in your family relationships, making time for them, making sure that your family is going down the right road, that they're not getting involved in the wrong things, having clear family values and a family mission statement that says, this is who we are. This is what we stand for. We're not going to tolerate these type of people. We're not going to tolerate this type of behavior, so that your children will grow up in a good family home with good core values and understanding what it is that you have set out for them to achieve. Then the third M in the MAP system is having a mentor. This is the power of guidance. In life, there's so many people who have achieved what you want to achieve. The value of having someone to guide you and support you is so fundamental, because if you want to reach health goals, then find yourself a good personal trainer. If you are struggling with sales or with marketing or with anything, find someone who is a master in that field and learn from them. In business, mentorship accelerates your business growth. With Lifeway, we've got people like Wilson, we've got people like Chris. They've walked this walk and they're achieving great success. So for us to tap into their knowledge and understand what they are doing is so fundamentally important for you to leverage your business and to accelerate your growth. Don't make the same mistakes that they made right in the beginning, but rather learn from the mistakes that they have gone through and learn how to leverage so that you can achieve greater results. In family as well, there's people who have great relationship advice. They've been married for 40, 50 years. You've got elders, grandparents who can really guide you and teach you how to be a better spouse, a better husband, a better wife. And these are some of the most fundamental facts that people forget when they are growing up, when they are stuck in a situation. They always lean to friends who are probably divorced or had terrible relationships and asking the wrong people. So find yourself a mentor. Anyone who hasn't been mentored by someone is not a really good mentor. So, they always say a coach without a coach is a poor coach. So find someone who is being coached, who has a mentor in their life, someone that they look up to for guidance, so that they can then guide you and support you in your journey. All right, then when we speak about the first A, it's about taking action, moving from a vision or a dream to reality. In life, you have to turn personal goals into daily habits. It doesn't matter if you're tired, it doesn't matter if you're frustrated. If your goal is to go to the gym every single day, then you need to go to the gym every single day. Even if you get to the gym and walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes and go back home, your goal has been achieved. You've at least attended going to the gym, because that way you create habits, and habits create success. In business, take decisive steps to grow and innovate. In your business, there's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be a situation where things have not gone the way that you wanted it to go. But you have to be able to step out, grow, stay positive, take the right steps and the right action to be able to turn a negative situation into a positive situation. Make sure that each action that you are taking is moving you forward to the dream or the goal that you have set before you. So if it's signing people up in LifeWave, then you need to set yourself a target of messaging 10 people a day, or inviting 5 people to a business presentation. even if only one person comes, as long as you've consistently done those small daily routines of inviting 5 people, at least one will pitch up. But if you're only going to invite one and they don't come, then you've got no one at your meeting. So make sure that you're consistent in showing the business, in taking steps. And then in family, action is so important because when you show up consistently for your loved ones, it shows them that they are important. It also shows that you can be counted on, that you are reliable, and that you're always putting them first in your family life as well. The next one is accountability. This also stems from having that mentor. If you're going to make sure that you are going to set your goals, then stay true to your commitments. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. If you say you're going to go somewhere with someone, or you're going to do something, or you're going to present, or you're going to invite people, then be accountable. If you didn't do what you said you were going to do, then it's fine. Just be quick to apologize. But don't allow yourself to make excuses, because the moment you keep making excuses, you're always going to put off your dream and your goal for the next week and the next week. So in life, the importance of holding yourself accountable allows people to see that you are willing to grow, that you are teachable, and that you're a good person to be around. No one wants to be around people who are negative and cannot keep their word. In business, accountability drives results. If someone says they're going to do something and they don't do it, the business will suffer. But if you're accountable to doing and reaching the goals, whether it's your sales goals, whether it's your tasks for the day, that keeps moving the business forward. So, as leaders on this call, when you set yourself a goal and say, Wilson, keep me accountable for this, this is what I want to achieve, then be willing to take the discipline, or a bit of rebuke and correction when someone actually calls you out and say, listen, you didn't do what you said you were going to do. You said you were going to have 5 people at this meeting and you only brought one person. Be accountable the next time and make sure that you drag those 4 people with. In family, accountability creates trust and reliability. It's the same with leadership. If you are accountable to your downline, if you're accountable to the people around you, people start to trust you because they know that your word is your honor. And for me, I think that's the most important thing about leadership is your word needs to be your word. If you can't make it, or you're sick, or something's come up, rather just tell people, sorry, I can't make it, or I'm not feeling well, or whatever it is, than to go out and drop someone or say that you were going to do something and you just don't do what you say you're going to do. Then the next A stands for activity, building habits for long-term success. In life, it's important to have those daily activities. If you set yourself a goal, make sure that you do it. Don't put it off for the next day. Rather set yourself smaller tasks that you can reach daily. But it's important to reach those goals daily. Keep active. Make sure that you are doing what you say you're going to do. In business, it's the daily tasks that create success. If you miss a week, your business is going to suffer. If you miss making those calls or connecting with people, it's your business that's going to suffer. So make sure that you set your goals and then apply time each day and say, these 2 hours is my time for networking. These 2 hours is my time for phone calls or emails or WhatsApps or whatever it is. But be consistent and make sure that your activity brings you the results that you want. In family, build stronger relationships through shared activities. Cook with your children, clean the house with your children, include them when you want to do something in the garden. It allows them to feel important, and it builds far stronger relationships when you actually share activities. In leadership as well, when we do these training calls, be present, learn from the other leaders, take notes, because that builds relationship when you are with people who are rooting for your success and who wants to see you be successful in everything that you have set yourself out to be or do. And then the first P is about purpose. And so many people sort of drop the ball here. They do not define their why. They don't know why they going to work. They don't know why they're in the relationship they're in. They don't know why they have the family that they have. And most people don't have purpose. And the biggest challenge that people have is when you don't feel worthy of having a purpose or goals, then 90% of the time we procrastinate. We don't get up with joy or with excitement for the day because we have not defined our why. When you have a clear why as to why you want to achieve great success in LifeWave or with your spouse or with your children, it gives you that motivation to get up every day. Doesn't matter how you're feeling, doesn't matter how tired you are, it gives you purpose to actually get up and do that. In life, live a life that aligns with your values and your purpose. So, first and foremost, you need to write what are your values? Who are the people that you want in your life, and who are the people you don't want in your life? That already starts to define a lot of who you will allow in your circle of influence and who you won't allow in your circle of influence. But having a clear purpose is vitally important for you to reach success. In business, a clear purpose drives meaningful business success. If a business doesn't have purpose, it's not going to be successful because they're not going to know why they're doing the business that they've started in any case. But if your business is to create the best clothing for the community that you live in, then you're going to get up every single day and make sure that every stitch and every jacket and every t-shirt is perfect because you want it to be the best in that area. Same with LifeWave. If you don't understand what your purpose is, whether it's to help people, get them healthier, serve them, and create a sustainable income for yourself, you're going to land up giving up somewhere along the line because you have not defined your why. And in family, nurturing relationships with a sense of purpose. Understand why you want to be in your son's life or why you want to be in your daughter's life and what is the reason for that relationship. And then you'll be able to nurture it. Passion. That's fueling your journey. In life, passionate living is a source of energy and joy. You can always tell when someone is passionate about something. You speak about LifeWay with Wilson or Chris, and you can just feel their energy and their joy and their excitement because they've seen so many testimonials. They have a passion for the product and also a passion for going out and serving people and helping them. And passion is so contagious. When someone is not passionate about something, you can immediately tell that they just picked up the phone, tried to call you, especially these insurance brokers. No offense to anyone who's an insurance broker, but sometimes they just repeat the script like a parrot. And you can tell that they're just doing the job because they have to. There's no passion or belief in the product, and there's no passion to have called you and actually tell you about something that is truly exciting. In business, passion inspires innovation and customer loyalty. When you are passionate about making a difference, you will constantly innovate and make your product better, make your product more user-friendly, make your product more reachable for your clients, and that drives customer loyalty. In family, passion brings joy and love into the home. If you are not passionate to see your children when you get home or to spend time with them, they can feel it, they can sense it. Same with your spouse or your loved one. It's only when you have the passion to see them, spend time with them, watch the movie with them, go for a walk with them, cook a dinner for them, that it brings the joy and the love into the home. And then having a clear plan, creating your roadmap to success. Chris has said it many times. He wrote down $1,000 per week as a goal, and then he hit that, and then he upped that. Myself and Wilson, we've written our goal of what we want to achieve as an income for LifeWave. And then you have to work backwards and find out, okay, if this is what I want to achieve, what small activities do I have to do? What daily tasks do I have to do? How many people do I need in my business? How many people do I need presenting in my business? So having a clear plan is creating that roadmap for success in life. Structure your goals into achievable steps, small daily tasks, achievable steps that you can do daily. And then in business, strategic planning leads to business growth. If a business wants to move from one community to another or branch out or do a franchise, you have to be able to have strategic planning. Make sure that you have the right location, that you've got the right products, and then business will grow. In family, plan memorable moments and goals for your family's growth. So make sure that if Saturday is your day with the kids, then go out every single Saturday and spend time with them. If Sunday is your day of resting and spending family time together, then don't miss those days because those are memories that your spouse and your children will always remember because you were consistent in creating that plan for them to be secure that on Saturday or Sunday is their day with mom or dad. And then just a recap of MAP stands for mindset, mission, and mentor. And the A stands for action, accountability, and activity. And the P stands for purpose, passion, and plan. Thanks. Wilson, feel free to jump in and add anything.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely love that, buddy. Thank you for sharing that. And I think you broke it down very nicely regarding goals, clear goals that I want people to set for themselves within life. Well, it's very easy. The first goal that I want you to set is to not pay for your product. That means you need to do one cycle a week, which is $50 in the binary, and that makes you at $200 a month. That then means you can now patch for life and you don't ever have to pay for the product out of your pocket. That for me is definitely target number one. There's many people on the call that's already achieved that target. And then the second target is to actually max your binary, which is $100 a week. And that is also very easily achievable if you just put your head down. $100 a week is just shy of, let's call it 7 or 8,000 Rand a month. Now you're starting to put some money in your pocket. And this is where it becomes fun because not only are you paying for your product, but you are also now starting to pay for other things and living off the money that you're making. The third target, which for me is almost like the final big one, is that $300 a week mark. Now you're starting to earn, let's say, 20,000 Rand a month in the business. And all of this can happen very, very quickly. If you set your targets and you achieve them and you make sure that you just move that finish line a bit further to the next one, this can be done in a 90-day period. There are people in our team that has done it in 3 weeks. Sandy Ashfield, I mean, she completely broke every record of any person that came into our team. And I don't even think she had targets. She just knocked it out the park. But my point is, the targets is important. How important is it to you? Do you have it stuck up somewhere where you can see it? Is it something that you look at every day? You know, when Chris told his story of his targets, his $1,000 a week or $5,000 a week or 10,000, like it's in multiple places in his house. And he's just putting it like in the back of the head and every day he's looking at it. And let me tell you, I've seen him crush his goals 3 times faster than normal just by doing that. So that's the only thing I wanted to add. I think it was a really, really great understanding to what it takes. And the accountability part for me is also important. Get to that place where you are all in and you're like, now I'm going to hit this as hard as I can and I'm not going to stop. Every day I'm going to hit it. Doesn't matter if it's a good or a bad day. Be accountable because what's going to happen? The people underneath you is going to duplicate what you're doing. And that's ultimately what we're after. That's all I wanted to add. Just like all our training sessions, I'd like to open it up to anyone in our community that would like to add something. This is not just me and Carlo. There's many amazing leaders on the call. Anything you want to add on goal setting? Let's start there. You're more than welcome to unmute yourself. Hi, Desiree.
Hi, Wilson. It's taken me a long time to get my direction right. I've been here, there, and everywhere because I didn't actually understand the power of the cycles, the power of being a manager.
Yeah.
And I think Carlo put it down in such a way that it relates to exactly that.
Yeah.
So what does it take to be a manager? Write that down. Then write names down next to it who you think might be interested, not just for help, but from a business point of view. This is a business. Carlo's quite right. This is not just helping everybody. This is a business helping everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to have your mindset right.
Love that.
And then once you've got that right, then you go goal for goal,
Yeah.
And we've got the change in the compensation plan now. And I think we all need to go through it, sit down and go according to that to get to what you want.
Yeah.
Because now it's easier. We're cycling better.
Yeah. I'm super excited for the changes
Me
coming.
too.
Now that I clicked how everything works, it's just incredible how this corporate structure makes decisions. It's the first time in 20 months where they've actually changed something and just how they did it and the thought that went into it. We're in the right place with the right company. That's all I can say. For people that don't fully yet understand it, we are going to break it down more and more as it goes live. We're just waiting for all the actual documentation from corporate. Chris is also coming back at, I think he's landing tomorrow, and he's also going to get stuck into the toolbox and some of his updated trainings. So we'll start educating everybody properly from next week going forward. And we'll do it like a couple times so people understand exactly what's coming. But all I can say is it's going to be a lot easier. It's going to be a lot more fun. We're going to see people level up in this business as quickly as we've ever seen it. And I think it's about to create a tsunami till December. So I think the timing couldn't be better. And you're absolutely right, Desiree. I was also directionless. I was in the business for a long time before I got to that place where I was like, okay, I dropped the ball here. Now I need to like put a bit of grit and focus and really just focus on the task at hand. And what's the task at hand? Phoning 3 people a day. It's as simple as it is. And if you consistently do that, you get better at phoning people, and that process becomes easier. And when you look again, you've got a high closing rate with people because you're so excited about this. People feel it, like Carlo said. It's the most important part. I get so fired up in these trainings and in the presentations. People can hear it in my voice. And the only way that happens is by working with it, by plugging into these trainings, by coming to the Zooms, seeing what it's doing for people. I mean, isn't it the most fun that we've ever had together, Desiree? We've done many things in the past. This is by far the thing that puts the biggest smile on my face. So yeah, no, just also wanted to add that. I don't know if you want to add something there, Carlo.
Yeah, Desiree, great point. I think it was very important for myself and Wilson to go step by step as to where we've seen a lot of leaders missing their planning and their steps. I would have loved to tackle explaining manager and director and everything, but unfortunately we have to wait like 4 or 5 more days because we don't want to do a training that's going to suddenly change. And that's been a bit of our frustration the last 2 weeks is like, what do we do that builds everyone's mindset first, and then we can do the planning. But I think the moment the compensation plan changes, it's the very first training we want to do is how to duplicate and build managers and how to get yourself to director. And I think using the map system where people can now break it down into very simple first and foremost, your mindset has to be right. You have to put aside all your previous doubts, all your previous failures. Doesn't matter what people are going to say. You have to get a mindset of resilience and say, you know what, it's going to take 10 phone calls to get that one yes, whatever the number is, whatever your closing rate is. But once we can start doing these trainings and really help the leaders become the most powerful leaders that they already are, because many of them are, they just need a little bit of guidance and a bit of tweaking for them to really explode in duplication in their teams. Because sometimes when you are not doing something correct, your team picks up on the way you're doing it, so they copy and they do it.
Yeah.
And then they're also not getting results, and it just takes one little correction and suddenly your whole team starts making sales and duplicating. So yeah, thanks for adding that. It's
Fantastic
brilliant.
there.
But
Paulie, you're welcome to unmute yourself there, buddy. I see you got your hand up. And any questions, guys? This is the AMA part of our training. If there's anything else that you want us to go through, now is the time. I don't want us to keep Carlo too long because he's presenting at 8 o'clock. So yeah, Paul, go for it, bud.
Thanks, Carlo. Thanks, Wilson, and welcome to everyone that's on the call. I just want to say very well done on tonight's training. I like the short but analogy of a map, because when you think of getting to a destination, you're always thinking of travel. So map talks about travel. So when we talk about setting goals, it's inevitably a destination. We want to get to a certain point in our life or a success in our life, which is almost like a journey, if I can put it in inverted commas. That is just the one thing I want to say. Well done on that. And I like the way that you've put it and broken it down in those 3 pillars for each of the 3 MAP. Secondly, I just want to say the one time I can really say that I used what you were all talking about right now tonight was when I was a manager of a debonair store. And I got to the store when apparently that store was almost ready to be shut down. It was so bad within the brand. I then, as the only manager in the store, was thrown into the deep end as a senior manager because I hadn't had the training for that yet. Only about 2 months into me being the store manager, I was sent for the training through the brand. Then I came second highest in the training, mark-wise, when we did our tests. Once I knew then what knowledge I needed to put into practice, and I had the tools and the knowledge of what I needed to do, I then could then do what you said now. Set your goals, put things in place, put into action things that I never had in action in the store because I never knew how to do it. But once I had the knowledge and once I had that passion, because I've always had the passion to be a person of organization, then that store turned around. The first month after that training, I got Restaurant of the Month in this area that I'm in. My boss then said to me after that first month, Paul, enjoy the Restaurant of the Month while you have it. You're never going to get it again. So I said, but why do you say that? He says, because no one has ever got it more than once in a year. I said, boss, you want to put a bet on that? He said, okay, we'll put 1,000 Rand on it. I got it the next month again. Because why? I knew what I had to do. I achieved it once, and why can't I do it again? I just duplicated everything that I did the month before, and I carried on doing it. Now, I believe the brand franchise manager had to sort of be fair and give it to other people after she gave it to me twice. And then it came back to me again in June and July. And then it came back to me again in September. So I got it 5 times in 1 year with that store that was going to close down in the December. Unfortunately, something happened in that store and I had to leave the store due to politics that got involved. But I can say everything that you've spoken about tonight, I know it can work when you have the passion, when you put those goals in place, when you have the targets, because that was the one thing that made my store grow 30% on every month from the previous year. I just maintained the 30% growth because I had my targets on a day, the short daily targets, and I always used to try and push my team. I used to say, guys, we are 2,000 Rand short. We need a few more sales. Or I used to tell my drivers, get to your deliveries faster so that we can see the next delivery faster, and people know that our deliveries are always on time and they're happy to phone in for delivery. So I know I'm using a restaurant analogy, but this is the same thing that can happen with our network marketing. If you can have that same passion and you can have those little goals, as you say, those little little bits that you have to achieve every day, and you can have them set out and you know what it is, and you just tick them off as you're doing it. Eventually, as Wilson says, you're going to get so used to doing it that when you battle to do 3, now eventually you're doing 3 in 5 minutes, or not 5 minutes, I'm just saying it for the sake of saying it, but you get so faster at doing it that before you even know, you've done 10. Then you're eventually doing 20, and then you're going to snowball your team, and it's going to grow faster because of all these little tasks you're getting done.
Paulie, you said something there that I really, really like. When you figured out how to do it, you did it again. And guys,
Yes,
that is
correct.
the core of getting somewhere. If you trying stuff and all of a sudden you do something and something happens, you keep doing it. You nailed something on the head, and it's the rinse and repeat. And our goal is to make these little tweaks to get that movement. Once we get the movement, it's you go in there, rinse and repeat. It could be just recording your little voice note correctly and using that correctly at the right time with a person. Just that little tweak can immediately change things. And once you've seen that action, it's rinse and repeat. So yes, Paulie, I really like that. Spot on. Absolutely spot on. And yeah, I can't wait to see what people in this community is going to do when they start just setting their goals correctly and going after it properly. Ah, Desiree.
Another thing
Unmute
that
yourself.
I realized, I've been doing network marketing for many years. And the one thing that struck me recently is that we belong to a tribe.
Yeah.
We attract the same as who we are. We might all look different, we might speak differently, but the point is that we need to attract our tribe because we are light workers and we can help everybody. But we have to attract it with our own light. So our own light has to shine. And that's where Carlo was saying the passion. And we have to do it consistently and continuously. And if you can't get excited, get up and go for a run or something. Go clap your hands. Go with Carlo to gym. Okay. All right. But
Hey, don't knock me there. Absolutely.
Yeah, if I just
Wilson,
touch
Wilson,
something there.
Sorry.
Paul, I'm just going to say something that lines up with what you're saying. Being in a franchise and everything that you spoke about, this is what we're trying to set here as leaders is those standard operational procedures. Once you understand what it takes to be a manager, to be a leader, how to train your leaders to duplicate, it's very simple, guys. It's literally leveraging off other people and duplicating. And this is why I love these trainings with Wilson, is because I identified certain things in my team that are lacking, and he identified certain things, and we said, okay, we got to. One of my business partners in Cape Town, he's 20 years older than me, and he's been in network marketing most of his life. And he always tells me this. He says, you need to teach deliberately what you take for granted. And sometimes when we get so good at our job or so good at our passion or so good at network marketing, it's natural for us to pick up the phone and phone 3 people or send a voice note or connect with people. And other people who are new to the industry, we need to teach them, how do you make those 3 calls? How do you build managers? How do you duplicate? And that's what we want to do on these calls, is just share knowledge and set up those standard operational procedures that you guys can understand and duplicate.
Absolutely love that, Carlo. Carlo, and if you need to run, you're more than welcome just to tell me that you're out of here. I'll still keep them busy. I do want us to go support Carlo
5
for
minutes and then I'll jump.
Desiree, you wanted to add something there?
No.
I just wanted to. Sorry.
Paul wanted to.
Yeah, thank you, Desiree. Just to go back to what you guys have all said about what I said. I truly agree with you there, Wilson, that once you know what works for you, as you say, because we all struggle somewhere with network marketing. One or two or three of the aspects that we need to work on will always be a little bit difficult. But once we do find that thing that works for us, for instance, let's just say some of us are good at live presentations and we get good with interacting with people face to face. But on the other hand, you get people that don't do well with that, and they can do it more better online. So what works for one person strongly might not work for the other person. So it's always good to be on these trainings because we can learn how to strengthen our weaknesses, but that doesn't mean that we need to shy away from where we are stronger. So it's nice to see and hear of what can help us in our weaker points. But it's also nice to share what does work for us, because if someone else is struggling with that, it might just help them raise their game a little bit in an area where they're weaker. And eventually, once all of us start putting our heads together a little bit more, like these trainings now are happening, eventually we will all be a jack of all trades. Well, when it comes to this industry. So I think it's a brilliant idea, Carlo and Wilson, that you guys came up with this idea to do this for us. Because, I mean, it's not often that you find a networking, and I'm talking now, I've been in quite a few network marketing businesses, and I walked away from them for this very reason, that you don't find this really happening in a lot of them. So it's nice that there is training available in our team and like this, and with so much knowledge from all of these business partners I'm seeing here tonight. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. Guys, anything else anybody wants to share? Anything you are struggling with? I'm here to assist you. Any breakthroughs that you've made? This is sessions that I want to have with the community to kick doors open for people. And if you had a victory, tell us what you did and how you did it. Desiree, I can see you waving there. Come. I know you've been rocking. What's been happening there?
Well, I've been working with my downline, as you know, and we've been doing trainings every Wednesday during the day. And one of my ladies has really been struggling to get off the ground. She knows enough people, but she doesn't have a phone that works and a computer that works. So she's really been battling. So she comes here on Wednesdays, and from there she takes it home and starts doing things. So one of her UK BPs phoned to say he can't go diamond, but he can go platinum. Yeah. Okay. And we were all sitting wondering what to do. And what I want to say, Wilson, is thank you very much for taking my call, because I wasn't sure what to do, to be honest with you, what was best for the team, what was best for him, what was best for us. And just to tell you, he signed up today. He upgraded today.
Incredible. Yeah, when it comes to people wanting to upgrade, guys, there's always an advantage for people upgrading because they're getting free stock. And our goal is to get people free stock. And we never want to tell somebody, no, don't do it now. That's the last thing I hate saying, wait in this space. Our goal is to actually get the ball rolling and speed it up. So I'm super grateful. He went for the platinum. He got 2 free sleeves. You know, that's like, call it a 4,600 Rand saving. So it's a win-win all the way around. And now he's got stock and he can patch people, which is very, very exciting. So no, super grateful I could help you there, and keep doing the work there, my friend. I see you rocking. I see the people underneath you are starting to move. And that's all we got to do here. Just this consistent love we're giving them. And let's just target more people that want to do the business. Guys, I'm not here to sign up clients. I'm here to build a business so I can get to more people quicker. And that is a big step that I took this year to skyrocket my things. I'm not just looking for anyone. I'm looking for people that want to take this seriously because it can change people's lives. So, no.
And save.
Yeah. And in many cases, give people their lives back. And, like, I think any person that works with us consistently gets to that point where they're like, okay, I'm all in now. Like, I can now see, I want to shout, I want to grab a megaphone and stand on a street corner like a crazy person and scream at people. Not like that, but you know what I'm saying. Every person gets to that place. And I think partly the reasons for these trainings is to try and get people there quicker. The moment you all in, you're going to start seeing the results, and you won't get demotivated on the days where it goes tough, because that is part of what we
Yeah.
do. It's not always easy, and it's that consistency and the mission and just knowing what we're doing here. So, guys, thank you very, very much. I always love these sessions. We're going to keep doing them. I'm going to see if I can get Clinton. He wasn't on the call tonight to come speak to us about his three allies concept. It's something I'm very excited about. It's that introduction part to getting people excited about coming to these calls or wanting more information. They've been using that successfully for decades. So I'm going to see if I can get a hold of him after the call and see if I can press on his button for next week. But either or, I'll let you guys know early next week what the next training will be. And yeah, thank you so much for everybody that's jumped on the call and for your valuable input. No other comments or questions, then we can take this in for a landing.
Wilson, there is one last thing that I'd like to bring up, if you don't mind,
No problem.
because it is our team. Okay, so as you know, I've been doing live presentations in Centurion as well as in Bedford View. And what I'm finding is that our BPs aren't inviting to the live presentations. And I'm not sure why, because at least they're going to meet other people on a vibrational level that is amazing. You can't get that over a cell phone. You can't get it over a WhatsApp group. Can't even get it on a group like this, right? And I'm not quite sure, and I'd like the opinion actually, because last week for Bedford View, not one person RSVP'd, not one.
Yeah.
Besides myself, Joss and Kenneth. And I don't know how to encourage people and what to ask. What do they want different?
It's so strange that you say that. I've been seeing that. People aren't RSVPing, they're arriving a half an hour late for the meeting. And I mean, I've literally packed up for meetings and then people rock up there. Unfortunately, we don't have much control over that. I think it's got to do with the person doing the invite needing to have the right posture in telling them this is when it starts, this is when you need to be there. It's $100, you get patched, and just explaining the process properly. I think Lindy also nailed it the last time. You know, me personally, if I'm gonna speak to somebody about LifeWave, I'm gonna phone them up and I'll have that chat with them face to face. Or I'll set up a coffee where it's a controlled environment and I can see exactly what's shared to them. I do want to keep promoting these events because not everybody is good at presenting, and we have them everywhere. I don't understand why Centurion is struggling so much. There's lots of people in Centurion, but we haven't been seeing them at the meetings. I mean, the last time we were at that venue, we got it to almost 50 people. So I think it's just a matter of time and also just all of us working together in creating awareness that there's these meetings happening every week. I mean, just in our community, there's the Bedford View meeting that happens every week and the Centurion meeting that happens every week. And if you have people in either of the areas, you're more than welcome to come pop in there. Both venues are stunning. A really great place to also meet some of the affiliates. And this is also one of the things I want to mention. The reason people get to this place of being all in is because they're plugged in. And being plugged in means going to the meetings in your area, coming to these training calls, coming to the live presentations. I know it's the same thing over and over, but it's the beautiful stories that happen afterwards of somebody that gives their testimony. And that's what raises the belief level. And that's what gets your excitement to that place where when you speak, it bubbles out of you. And that's actually what creates the business. If you sound like you're falling asleep when you're talking to somebody about LifeWave, good luck getting them patched. The goal is to get so excited about it that they want to stick one on the forehead. So that's a big part of this. Get plugged in, see where's the closest meetings to you, go support them. Even if you're not comfortable taking your people there, go meet some of the people and just rub shoulders with the community. Very important. It's the belief level in this that creates the traction.
So last week, there were 15 of us, and we finally had to leave at 1:30.
Yeah.
Because there were all the stories afterwards and the questions and the experience and how do you do this and how do you do that and sharing of the VPs, you know.
Yes.
So I would strongly recommend that we all plug in to these venues so that we can learn from each other and support each other.
Yeah. Absolutely love that, Desiree. What I also wanted to do for these meetings is just to get the proper write-ups out in the groups, just on when people need to be there at what specific times, because it varies from meeting to meeting. And let's all as a community get stuck in these venues. I mean, some of them are really stunning, and it's all a learning curve. We're all learning from each other all the time. So no, great comment there. Great comment there. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for your time. I now want to pop onto Carlo's meeting that he's having at 8 o'clock with the 333 community. And then I'll do my normal meeting tomorrow at 7. And we'll also do the training of the 333 community after that. So, yeah, jam-packed couple days. And enjoy the rest of your week. And yeah, if you guys need any help, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much.
Cheers, Carlo,
Bye.
Wilson, everybody. Cheers, cheers.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.